So I'm in Fullerton, California at the Fullerton Train Museum. Well, I got a little distracted on my way to that museum. This is so beautiful! And already there's another train coming in! Oh, that was nice! I didn't wave! Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I can get to this open house and I don't know. Yes, here we go! I see it! Yay! Thank you so much! Okay, hooray! Found the train museum. And the train is still going! My goodness. Woo! Hey, so what's your name?
Alex.
I'm Lisa.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Alex. Tell me about how you got involved in the Fullerton Train Museum and yeah.
So I started volunteering here about 2018, 2019, and I've been stuck ever since. It's just a group. We're here every Saturday. We're doing restoration work on these rail cars. We're trying to get more equipment and just, general historical preservation.
Who is teaching folks how to restore train cars? How are you learning that?
It's a group. We have several people who used to work in construction, engineering, railroading. A whole bunch of the elder management, used to work in this industry, so they have experience with these, rail cars. So it's just, and also Google is a great teacher. Google, YouTube. Yeah. A lot of things can be found online these days.
Okay. And what all do you have here?
So right now we have 6 pieces of rail equipment, heavy rail equipment. So we have 2 passenger cars, a sleeper car, and 3 cabooses. We also have a pair of speeders and a few other miscellaneous railroad-related equipment. In the near future, we are hoping to get another rail car plus potentially 2 locomotives. So we'll be giving updates on that as they come.
So how did you first get interested in trains? Like, what made you want to volunteer here?
I don't know. It's something just a hobby I've been have. People like to paint. People like to, cars. Build cars, restore cars. I like to restore trains. Just a hobby.
That's amazing. And what are the ages of the people that are here?
So I'm one of the youngest. I'm 19. Our museum president, that's Harold over there.
Harold?
Harold over there in the blue shirt.
Harold, okay.
I'm one of the youngest. I'm 14.
He's 14.
Really?
So we have ages, all different groups, ranging from 12 to 90. So some of our oldest members are in their, in their 80s, 90s. Some of our youngest are in their, 10s, 20s. So, we've got members all over the board here.
Did you get a model train as a kid, or did you live by train tracks or anything?
I lived far from train tracks, didn't really have model trains. I had an interest in them. I don't know.
Wow. And so how would you describe the community here?
It's very hard working. There's a good work ethic here. We're trying to, it's very, and we're trying to restore these, but it's a very close community. We work with each other, a lot of teamwork, a lot of, group building. Very important here.
Do you think there's skills you're learning here that you will take with you into adulthood or with a possible career?
No, just this morning we were painting a rail car. You see it got paint all over me, all of my shoes, all my pants. We're painting the exterior of a rail car. That's the new one that we're getting in a few weeks. So we're just painting it up, making it back to its original condition before we move it back to be displayed.
So where is it now?
Right now it's in a rail yard in Anaheim. So that's where we're doing a lot of the heavy work. We had to replace a section of the wall. We had to repaint a lot of the roof, the exterior. We had to repaint it all. And we're gonna bring it to the museum. It'll be closed for a few more weeks afterwards to get the interior. We're gonna redo the air conditioning. We're gonna do the interior. And once that's all set up, we'll have a new rail car for display.
Wow, and I don't suppose that happens that often.
Not very often, no.
It's hard to get new equipment, and it takes a few years to get.
Oh yeah, no, it takes years.
Yeah.
But it's it's a slow process, but we're almost at the end of it. It should be here 2-3 weeks maybe if we're lucky.
Do you know how long this museum's been here?
It's been open since I believe 2008.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's had events here since the early 2000s.
It's had events here since the early 2000s. Officially opened as a Fullerton Train Museum, and I believe 2008. And then it's been growing ever since.
Wow. Okay. And what was your name?
Cody,
I'm Lisa.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Cody. You said you're 14?
Yeah.
So you're like freshman in high school?
Yeah, just started.
Okay, very cool. All right, let's see what you got here.
So these are currently only 2 running pieces of equipment. They're called speeder carts. These were just used for work and inspection, just like maintenance units. These weren't carrying people or freight. These were just going on, inspecting the tracks, making sure the rails are in place, all the equipment's working right. These are just maintenance pieces. We are looking to get more locomotives, big heavy haul locomotives in the future. That's another project that's probably months away at least as well, but keep an eye out for those. These are our speeders. So this is a manual transmission, and a lot of railroad equipment is technically a manual transmission. It's different than cars, but they do have a more manual. It's not no automatic gearing. It's all levers and dials, and I don't know how to work any of it. But that's the basics of it. Here, we just installed this because we're doing some construction here, but want to squeeze through here.
Okay.
Here now, we are open for official tours first and third Saturdays from 9 to 12. But because we're on a little bit of a pinch here, we'll just do a quick little exterior tour here. This is a bay window caboose. So these would be at the end of a freight train. These are just making sure everything's running smoothly. Someone would sit in this little bay window and they could look out throughout the entire side of the freight train, making sure nothing was on fire, nothing was derailed, and they could radio back to the head end if anything was wrong. Of course, nowadays we have computers to do all this, so the role of the caboose is obsolete. You very rarely see them anymore. It's all computerized. This over here, this is a lounge car. This is where passengers would lounge on the journey. There's a bar in this half of the car. You could get drinks, you could smoke. This is back when smoking was allowed on the train. This car was built in 1949. So this was right after World War II. A lot of these cars were built between the 20s and the 60s. That's our range currently for our equipment. Over back here, you can see that's the classic red caboose. It's a different type of caboose built for the Santa Fe. That's our oldest piece of equipment, built in 1929 originally, that was refurbished in the 70s. The frame originally was built in 1929, so that's almost 100 years old now. So this is another caboose that we have. This is called a cupola caboose. Has a raised cupola, so crew could ride at the very top of the train. They could look out, making sure everything is running smoothly.
This was an original design altered to this one from the bay window.
So this was originally, this is how cabooses used to look like, but as rail cars got taller and taller, as they got more modern, you couldn't look up and over the rail cars anymore. So that's why the bay window caboose was invented, because it went out to the side.
It was the widest a car could get back then.
That's important. Thanks for explaining the difference between the two.
Now, this car, the original framing and the most of the bulk was built in 1929. It was later refurbished in the 70s with the side paneling and all these new features. But the original base of this car was built in the late 20s. So this is our oldest piece of equipment. Now down back here, we're doing a little bit of maintenance work, so we can't really go too far back.
All good.
See, we have a sleeping car down there, and this is a cafe car.
Ah.
Chairs and tables, and on an open day, we would be able to go through all the interiors of these cars that have been restored. So on an open day, we'd take a full tour out through the interior. But just for now, we'll do a little quick exterior tour.
All right.
And we are also going in backwards order, so that's why some of the framing might be a little bit off. Again, first and third Saturdays from 9 to 12, we're open for tours. We give tours out through all the cars. All the interiors have been restored. And the tours are free, everything's free. Donations are accepted though, so if you're interested in donating, we do accept those.
And can you remind everyone what kind of car you're getting in the coming weeks
So-
available in next month?
We are getting a passenger car. It will be used as a display car where we'll keep exhibits, and we'll have a little sales booth in there selling railroad memorabilia and other little trinkets and railroad-related goods. So it will sit right here. So we'll be continuing off that caboose. We sat right here, and it will be the exit will be right on this little brick platform. So it's a 83-foot car. So it'll go from the caboose all the way up to here. So we will be full at that point, but we are working with the city to get more fencing expanded down. So we will be getting more things in the future, but it might just take a while.
Wow, that's exciting. All right, well, I'll have to come back.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Yay. Thanks so much. You're the president?
No,
Oh, but you volunteer.
I'm on the board.
All right.
Like Alex.
Well, thank you for the work you do. Ooh! Here we go. Hi guys. Nice meeting you today. Bye.
Feel free to visit lisakaentertainment.com/YouTube, which is updated regularly. And if you'd like, click on the heart-shaped thanks button just below this episode. I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.